Let's see if this thing can squeak too much today. Hey Ryder, how are you doing? I'm just gonna do a little bit of throwing here, or practice. See what I can do. It's getting pretty cold out here, but how you been? Right. Good. I'm good, man. It's Monday. There's that, but well, I say good. I've been sick over the weekend. Got celiac disease. Oh, I'm taking a long off, and so it's an allergy to gluten essentially, and somehow we got gluten in our diet. Like my girlfriend and I both have it, so we were kind of dealing with a bit of a flu kind of thing. That's the best way to describe it. But you feel very tired, but it happens. We're getting better at not having that happen. But I think you were going. A bit of a loud wheel, goes my sponge. Ended up with this little tip at the top that I don't really see a lot of other people dealing with. Why that's happening. I think more or less I'm doing what everyone else is doing. Obviously not. Oh, there we go. Ripped it, but let's see if I can. down and start again here. See if I can recover. That's a whole skill in itself, I think. Recovery. Get it. This wheel is something else to get used to, I tell you. It's there. Coning up though, it seems kind of fighty. And this wheel just goes so fast out of nowhere. It's gonna be a short stream, a little evening stream. might, seeing as not a ton of people coming through tonight, I'm going to put my music back on. There we go. Hey, Evan, me. It's going good. Just had to do a bit of a later practice. I didn't really have time earlier in the evening. Glad you could make it. How have you been? I know it's not quite the slinging streams, but oh, nice. It's like it's kind of like spring cleaning, but in the fall. No, it's good to do that. We kind of have been doing that, but then everything just seems to move out to the garage, and now I'm doing this, so we got a big dump run in our future, which it's never fun, but it's got to be done. The adult life and all that, having your own place. I just turned 30, so there's a lot of stuff that I've like held on to that I'm just like, maybe it's just time to get rid of that. I'm loving the pottery, so I have a lot of old art supplies and stuff that probably doesn't even work, like markers and stuff. But let's see if I can make a little cylinder like I did on that short there. I don't know if you've seen it. Sick. Man, it was like, because there wasn't really anyone in here. I was like, maybe it's just too late, so I moved my iPad over to my music. I will go back actually, because now I got someone chatting. Oh, it's okay. All right, it's keeping the music. We're military, so we move every 3 years or so. We're about the same age. I'm 20. Oh, or you're 28. I see. I see. I have a craft room that is filled to the brim with yarn, resin craft, etc. That sounds awesome, though. What kind of resin crafts do you do? Like, I mean, with the resin, you can do a bunch of different stuff. I've done like resin fills and wooden cutting boards and stuff like that before, but more or like charcuterie boards or whatever. They're not really meant for cutting on, but currently I'm scrolling through mods and custom content to put into my Sims game. Nice. I used to play The Sims for a little bit. I've heard a lot about it in my, when I was younger and stuff. Never played it, and then just bit the bullet, and it's a lot of fun. It's coming back to video game time, so it might get back into it, but who knows? I don't know what I'm doing here. This is the thing. No lessons or anything. I'm just having at it. Trying my darndest. Definitely got a very varied wall thickness here. I have 2 kids, so the evening is the only free time I get. I have time to be in Chad's streaming. Yeah. I don't have any kids, but I'm usually working when the stream's going. And, yeah, things are definitely ramping up at work, so it's been hard to tune in. I try to get in there, but half the time I can't really even listen or anything. But, yeah, 2 kids, eh? Yeah. It's good that you get some alone time, though. It's important. It's a lot easier. Not kids, cutting that off. I taught myself to crochet using YouTube. Now I want to try and make a small shop out of it. But it confuses the heart is in the way. It confuses you a lot, so it's slow going. I feel that. Because I was making slings and stuff. Like, when I was slinging, I made all those slings, right? And it's like, oh, you should sell them, but it's just kind of too much of a commitment. Yeah, it's not really something I'm interested in doing like every evening or feeling obligated to sit and make slings too. So it's a tough kind of push and pull with like figuring out what kind of hobby or if you should be doing a hobby for work and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what's pretty cool about the pottery world is that there's like a large amount of people who are just doing it for hobby, and then also a lot of production potters. And so you can, it's kind of proven you can make it. If you're decent at it, you can make a good dollar doing it. Back online. So my iPad was offline for a minute, I guess. Yeah, there's a crazy variance in the wall thickness here. I don't know if you can tell how much I don't know what I'm doing. One, I don't know, it's kind of maybe hard to see on the stream, but one side here, super thin, and the other side's super thick. Have you posted any of your crocheting stuff on the Discord at all? I could check out. Oh, what happened? For me, Heavenly says, for me, I love to craft and crochet. I want to make projects that I like and stuff, but I can't keep everything. I wish that. Okay, so I want to try to get a little back with the extras I can afford to keep going. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have your hobby kind of pay for itself. That sounds like a dream. Yeah. Yeah, just folding this. I mean, I've kind of done that with my laser engraver. We're going to create a Facebook page. Well, definitely share that on the Discord, or well, I guess you can't drop a link in the stream, but I would love to check that out. I see some really crazy crochet stuff. I mean, it's all usually really cute. So, if you make a frog, I'll definitely like that. Frogs are my jam. Frogs and sheep and pigs. I love pigs too. Roosters. I mean, it's hard to go wrong. Little bears. I mean, don't go making a pig man. But what kind of things have you made? Or is it like hats and mitts and like that kind of stuff? Because I know there's a lot of different types of stuff you can crochet. I mean, it's kind of endless. It's like skill set and imagination, really. It's all your. Well, I'm not unhappy with this cylinder. I'd say that's 2 of 100. I'd say that's 2. Not the most even situation, but. Oops. I can make a frog. Found a tree frog today hiding in one of my flower pots. Oh, dude, I like at my parents' place growing up. There's always tree frogs around, and sometimes they'd be on like the like sliding glass window. They're so dirty looking. I love those guys. A friend of mine has. They're called African dwarf frogs, and they're like a freshwater aquatic frog. And they're just the derpiest little fellas. They just sort of like floating there. And then as soon as you put food in, they're just like, ugh, I need to get to it. But they can't really swim all that well. It's so weird. I don't understand how they survive. But yeah. Pretty thick. Pretty different wall thicknesses. Well, I don't know. It gets thinner and then thicker. Someday I'll be firing this stuff, and we'll actually see, if it would last or not. But so far, I've been liking to cut everything in half, and take a peek, and see how it's doing. I have made stuffed animals, blankets, bags, hats, scarves, plant pot hangers, washcloths, and a bunch of different things. That sounds awesome. That sounds like quite the variety. That's cool. You should crochet. I don't know if you're a Beetlejuice fan, but Bob from Beetlejuice, specifically Beetlejuice. I just saw that the other week. That character, I dream of making maybe a mug or just like a little buff of that guy. It's a silly, derpy looking fella. He did not deserve that. I don't want to have any spoilers. Obviously, this is a rather new movie, but he did not deserve that. They did Bob dirty. I've seen it. Not a fan of the movie. What, the first one or the new one? I mean, either one. After, like, if you're not a fan of the first one, you probably wouldn't be a fan of the second one. They're pretty random. I mean, it's very Tim Burton. That's all you can really say. But I just watched the first one, or rewatched it last night, and it's like just as random as the second one that he just made. I don't know. I got a good kick out of Michael Keaton. So. Yeah, I used to do needle felting, the first one, so probably won't see the new one. Fair. But I used to do needle felting, and one of the needle felts I did was a little Beetlejuice. My girlfriend's a huge, like a big, and she has strange and unusual tattooed on her arm. That's pretty neat. I only have, well, technically 2 tattoos, but only one that's like a fan tattoo. And it's not really that; it's kind of a symbol as well, but. Yeah, it's very fun. Needle felting is lit, like you can make anything you want. Like you can do any shape. Like you can, you can make a cube or a pyramid or a cylinder or a sphere, and then with that, world's your oyster. Just a little creativity. I mean, everything ends up being quite round usually, which is, I mean, that's kind of the aesthetic. But I had an Instagram called I Felt That, DAT. And it's kind of, I mean, I've been inactive for a long time, but that's where I posted a lot of that stuff. I don't know why. I like all my hobbies, I'd make a new Instagram for instead of just like keeping it on one like artist page or something. But I should just like start posting everything on one platform or like one page. Direct people there. Like even the Fresh Cup of Joel page on Instagram. I mean, I'm not even logged into it on any of my devices. I don't think so. Or I should get on that. Oh no. My pottery wheel's up on a pallet, and I dropped my tool and I went between them. Between it. All right. I think one more throw with this big ball. I have a hard time calling it throwing because I'm hardly there yet. But some trying, practicing. But yeah, couldn't recommend needle felting more. It's a lot of fun. It is time consuming, but so is probably crocheting and stuff. Once you get a hang for it. I'd say the most annoying, or yeah, probably annoying part is getting the core done. Because it's like the least creative part. You just get in a random, like a shape paint. And then finding like good quality, but like cheaper core wool. You know, because you don't want to spend a bunch on, just the core. That can be kind of hard. Well, I'm in a rural area, so it's hard to find stuff like that. I like that. That's good. No, it's all right. Ooh. What? Yeah. Yeah. Probably ending it very shortly. This is the last pull. But I'm finally like we were sick over the weekend, right? And I did come out yesterday and do a little bit, of it in the afternoon, but I was like not there, so I like not there. Wasn't really feeling it, so I didn't record, but I pulled a pretty good cylinder. I put it up as a short, so feel free to check that out. But how are you doing today? I just wanna feel like a blaze. The base of this is super thin. I'm doing good. Tired though, yeah. Mondays. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm ready to watch a movie, or I'm thinking I'm gonna watch Where the Wild Things Are. Yeah, but I think I gotta mention that like you're welcome to come by any night this week, really, except for Thursday. I have game night, but other than that, and I'd be happy to. I mean, I can't. I don't know how much I could teach you, but you could definitely give the wheel a spin. See what I did there. And I'll check out that short after stream. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I don't really know like how to correct for this uneven top, other than just cutting it with the tool. But I will do that with the needle tool. Sounds good. I'm not sure if I'll be needed at the farm tomorrow after work. Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, like any day works. Except for Thursday. Yeah, I keep ending up with very uneven wall thickness, but I guarantee you it's like the way I'm pulling the walls. It's not right. I've seen a couple people do it like that, but a lot of times people do like this. But every time I've tried doing it like this, I poke through the wall. I'm not that steady yet, but I gotta put my hand there. I just don't know what I'm doing. Oop. Yeah. Yeah, felt that. I knew that was gonna happen. Well, looks like you're almost ready to make something. Yeah, I'm close. So far I've done 2 cylinders that I'm happy with. So that's 98 more cylinders that I want to do. And then I want to do 100 bowl forms. And then I want to do 100 plates. And whoa, you're live. Yeah. Yeah. Not for much longer. Maybe 5 more minutes. I'm going to try working this piece of clay one more time. And then I'm sure I've put a little bit too much moisture into it, but this is awesome that you can make it in. You got a sleepy Joel, though. Did you end up looking up celiac at all? That'd be... And if not, no pressure. No. Finally made it to one of your lives. Yeah. Thank you for joining. It's not it's not as engaging as you or Ugchugs, or most other potters, because I have to focus so much. But part of the journey. I gotta fix the squeak on my wheel, though. No, not yet. So what do you do with that, bud? I mean, I know it sounds like, at times it's pretty crappy, but at the same time, it's like, it's been like 5 years, right, that I've kind of been, and so in that 5 years, something close to like 2 years of me knowing that I actually have either celiac or a bad tolerance and gluten intolerance, because I haven't got personally. My girlfriend has had the actual test done and is diagnosed, but there's a certain type of rash that you develop if you have celiac. And when I went camping once, and I think I kind of told the story in your chat, but when I went camping once, I went and bought the wrong noodle. So it was, instead of a gluten-free Annie's macaroni and cheese, I got the gluten, and I ate it all weekend. And basically, the Monday after, I went to work, and I don't even remember the day. Like, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. We have a Monday office meeting, and I don't remember what was talked about. I don't remember really going to work or anything. And then that Tuesday, I just slept all day long. And I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" And then I, in many different spots, so a little bit on my arm, on my side, and everything, I had these rashes that are kind of like little blisters almost. And we took some photos, and then we went to the naturopath, and they were just like, yeah, you definitely have celiac. The kind of really shitty thing is, to get diagnosed, you have to actually eat gluten for a while. So you stop eating gluten, and then you eat it for 3 months, and then they scope your intestines, and basically are like, yeah, your intestines are fucked. So that means that you have celiac. And I don't really want to go through that. So, very positive I actually have celiac. And I was kind of mentioning, or also trying to, explain is it, because we don't have menstrual cycles, obviously, as men, 2024, so whatever. But you and I do not have menstrual cycles as men, so our blood doesn't get exchanged. So with women, it can show up basically as soon as they start hitting puberty, if they have a heavy gluten diet to begin with. But for men, it often takes you not eating gluten for a while, and then like I mentioned, the antibodies kind of dissipate in your blood, and then there's nothing to protect you when your immune system attacks you. So it's kind of it's pretty fun. But honestly, like I was gonna say is it's not like a lot of people are like, oh, the only you miss out on all the good foods and all that stuff. But I'm telling you now, there's a lot of good food out there that has no gluten in it. Like most Asian cuisine doesn't involve gluten because it's rice based and stuff. But then there's times like this where we're kind of at a loss. We think it might be this chip that we like to eat, but we're kind of at a loss for what even got us. But yeah, it wasn't a good weekend. I'll say that much. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. And just lethargic and all that stuff. But don't feel like you have to either, man. Like, look into it. I just appreciate, like, it was cool that you were, like, showing concern and stuff. Because a lot of times people are just like, well, whatever. Or they try and... I think I have too much water in this clay here. I mean, it's often well-intended, but, like, even at work, they're like, what can we get you to, that you can eat with us? And I'm like, I just don't want to. I'll just bring my own food in. Even today, they did like a September birthday, celebration. And, I was the only one born in September, I guess, at my company. And I brought in like my own little dessert treat. They all had donuts, right? But they were like asking if there's any desserts that I trust prepackaged or whatever. And I just don't. It's just easier to, and Autumn loves, like my girlfriend loves baking and stuff, right? So it works out. And I like to cook. But, it's kind of like you have no choice but to look on the bright side of things because it's your life, But yeah, I always also talk about how like family gatherings and stuff. That was tough when I was first discovering that. But at least that was my special occasion, sort of when I didn't know that I had celiac, and family occasions was when I kind of decided, hey, like I'll have a little spring roll or whatever because I miss my mom's spring rolls. And that's what stuff you miss the most. And friends and stuff can be frustrating when they don't fully understand and all that. But I'm just going on and on. I said 4 things and I'm just yapping now. But I'm gonna try to pull some walls here. And I don't think I'm doing this at all, like, in any sort of proper form, but this is basically how I got the cylinder on my short. So. Try a plate for the end and leave it in the wheel. Like I should make a plate and then just leave it for the night kind of thing? Try to take it off? Nice, going for a bowl. I'm just trying to pull basically as straight of a cylinder as I can, and then I cut them in half to see how my wall thickness is looking. That's kind of been my my go-to thing right now. Like, I don't know if I'm doing this properly at all. But from what I've seen too, there's like 1,000 ways to skip cat kind of thing, you know? Not the best saying, not my favorite saying because I love cats, but. I've heard a lot of people say, whatever works for you. And so that's what I'm just trying to do. Looks like you got it. Thank you, man. You know, for like Outjerks is kind of nailed it. It is strange. I think it's just how much I watch people do it. I'm just trying to like do what I see people doing. But then also like what feels right and all that, right? The neck, like a kind of hurdle that I have to overcome on this wheel is when I'm pulling the walls, I'm like just pulling the pedal down, and then this just gets out of control fast, and then I kind of lose it. But this one stayed together pretty well. I'm trying to give it a bit of a slice of Rooney. Yeah, with that. And then this is a little thing that I saw this guy Vaughn Smith doing. Well, yeah, Vaughn Smith. He puts this groove in the bottom, and then he takes his tool. Maybe I'll try using this, cutting that axis off. Alright, something. I would suggest every pull up and compress the rim by pushing down on the top slightly and squeezing at the same time. So it's a bit like you're pushing down and squeezing. Like that. Oops. And what is the purpose of that? If you don't mind my asking. Oops. And you very well may have said it on the on your streams before, but I should admit that half the time I'm not really listening. You know, I'm just hanging out, and then I'll hear you go, "Yeah, you should put my website up," and then I'll do it. I'm just joking, but you know, I listen, I half listen and all that because. You know, lo and behold, I do have a life. It's a mug. You know, I think I'm done with this one. I kind of left hand squeeze, right hand push down, compress the rim, Makes the whole thing even with no warble. Left hand squeeze. And you'd like push down like back here though, probably. Maybe next time, yeah. This is a tough thing. I need I know like Muirhead we had lined up to do like a kind of a Zoom lesson. But that was on Saturday and that's when I was not feeling well. I'm a very visual learner. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. And then sometimes it's the like delay, and I'm like asking a question, and then I get back to it. So here, let me wet my little fingies. So you pinch here, and you push down here. Then you gave me warble. No. I've seen you do this, I think. Like this. Tell me if I'm doing that wrong. Hands aren't wet enough. Pinching, pushing. Ooh. Awesome. I like it a little quick. Teen off because. Oh, really? You'd be down to do a lesson too? I think, yeah, that'd be awesome. I feel kind of bad though because I know, like, I feel like I don't know. I would think that like Muirhead. I mean, I am super grateful that he even like offered that. But yeah, that would be awesome, man. That would be super cool. Like I just think like this whole community, man, everyone's so nice. It's artists, right? Like, and I hope that I'm showing my appreciation when I'm hanging out, and now I'm a mod for you. That's sick. That was very cool. And about SJM, I'm not too certain exactly what's going on, but I been keeping in contact with him on Discord, and he had some stuff going on, but he's assuring me that he's okay. He just needs some time. So, so I know you mentioned he was a mod as well. So it's called Teen Off. Yeah, I would. Yeah, we should definitely line something up because I don't. There's no reason why I can't do both. Get your head's input, get your input, and maybe whoever else is willing to. That'd be sick. All right. Should I keep it or destroy it? The fate is in your hands, really. Keep it or destroy it, guys. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna decide until I get an answer. And then I have to go. Either way, this is cylinder number 3. So I have 97 more before I move on. And that's when I'll do bowls and then I'll do plates. That's the recommended progression by Vaughn Smith, who's out in Nova Scotia. And he has a YouTube tutorial playlist that I was kind of watching, following that. 'Cause I don't know. Part of me wants to cut it in half and see what my wall thickness is like again. Because I'll see if I can even. I might just leave it for now. I still haven't got an answer. You guys just want me to be on forever? I'm running out of movie watching time. I've got to watch Where the Wild Things Are tonight. That is definitely my favorite book from my childhood. And it's a Spike Jonze movie. Can't be bad. And I just watched a video about like the making of. And I didn't realize there was Catherine O'Hara's one of their Wild Things. Which I was like, that's sick. I love Catherine O'Hara. Well, I'm just going to cut it in half. I kind of have it set in my mind that I'm not going to keep any of the first 100 that I make. And I'd like to kind of stick to that because, I don't know. At least there's a record of most of them. Yeah, definitely thick to thin. Yeah, I don't know. That's not half bad. I don't think I compressed the bottom enough, though. And definitely very round. I think I might, when I get to maybe like 50 of them or something, I'll start letting them, I'll keep them. I'll get them leather hard. Oh, excuse me. And then do some trimming practice on the last 50. But I want to be good at it. I want to really hone my skills and not like settle for a mediocre product. Oh, get a crowd in when I'm about to end, literally right now. And I don't know if chat is glitching or nobody's chatting, but either way, happy that everyone's in here. And I'm glad Ben could finally make it to a live stream. That's awesome. I put like a rough schedule of when I'm going to stream on my YouTube description. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, roughly like 4:30 or 5 o'clock till 6:30. I'm not committing to that, but that's the plan. Keep to destroy later if you don't like it. Oh, you were chatting, but I guess I don't know. Did it just freeze? That's a bummer. I call it teeing off. So then keep it to destroy later if you don't like it. Yeah, I can give you input. Keep. It says eats in. You can dry your hands in the rag and then use your palms to grab the pot, pushing equally to pick up. Must be a huge delay. We both said keep. Oh no. Good job, bud. Pretty good for your third cylinder. Thank you. Thank you. That's wild. I don't know what happened there. It just totally, like on my phone, it just still, the last message I see is I call it teeing off because the hand makes a tee. But we're kind of like this. I don't know. That's unfortunate. I don't know what's that going on there, but one final dip. Get this most of the clay off the palm. Never disappears. Maybe there is a huge delay too. I keep cleaning my hands and then I'm gonna get them dirty again because I need to get this off my. I just want to go relax. I'm gonna make sure this is all cleaned up for tomorrow. I can go live one night with you on your channel and give you some tips. It's so much better in person. But you're a drive away for sure. I mean, it'd be awesome. It'd be super cool to meet you in person. No, that would be awesome, man. Like, we'll figure something out. Yeah, if you just kind of pick a night, you're way busy. Like, you got a full business that you're doing. I just work till 3:30 in the afternoon, and then I'm farting around the house. So I don't know if there's DMs and stuff on YouTube these days or anything, but I'll just comment on any video of a time that works. Or I've never dual streamed, so I don't even know how that works. But you're an expert. You and Ugchuck's went live again. So. But we'll figure something out. Got the post in reverse. It's kind of why I haven't done a live after I eat, because I usually get pretty burpy. And I don't need to subject anyone else to that. Oh, shoot. Drop my rib. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Yeah, maybe someday I'll come down to you and meet you in person. Buy a couple pots. I could probably only afford one, but Yeah, remind me what state you're in. I've been meeting so many different people through YouTube and everything now that it's hard to keep it all straight. Because I know like Akchaz is in Atlanta's stuck in my head, but it's not. It's Arizona, and then is that Connecticut? I'm a Canuck, right? So or Canadian boy. I think CT is Connecticut. What else could it be? Yeah, it must be Connecticut. I'm also illiterate when it comes to the states. I don't. But that's like a central state, right? Alrighty. Alabama. Oh, Northeast. That's not too far. I'm like dipping down into the states. I'm in southwestern Ontario. That's not terribly far. Like I'm not saying you should drive up here. I'm just saying driving down to you might not be like out of the question in maybe next summer or something. Just come see your store. Just under Western Mass. Okay. Well, and I'm doing what you do. That's why I'm looking down here. I got my iPad out because I can't, the phone's way too far away. I cannot read it. But glad you could make it finally. This is awesome. I keep saying finally, but I don't mean it the way it might be coming off. It's just cool. That anybody even pops into these. And Ethan, if you're still hanging around, I'll see you tomorrow after you're done your shift, and I'll show you everything I know. I'll give you all my tips and tricks. But yeah, everybody, stay well, and I'll either see you or you'll see me. Take care.